All right, so we're gonna be checking out the Panda 4 or Kung Fu Panda 4 movie. Now, this is the fourth one of these movies, and these movies are they're pretty big in the States, but they're huge in China and Japan. And while I do like old school kung fu movies, like you remember back when we were kids, kung fu movies were everything. Like it was just mythical art that could beat anything. There was no doubt in your mind that kung fu could beat anybody up if you have the right, jiu-jitsu or karate or whatever you name it. Monk, you were a god amongst men and you could beat anybody. And that was largely my childhood. I loved kung fu movies when I was younger. Did kung fu kids?
I loved martial arts movies in general.
Yeah, so it was a main staple, and never thought that they would make a whole franchise using a panda. Though pandas are admittedly awesome because they're bears and they're also cute as can be, but make that a iconic character to our generation, kind of like almost like Shrek, and then make it a kung fu movie. I know you said you were talking about this just before we went live with this. Um, you haven't watched many of these movies yourself, but have your kids watched many of these movies?
I don't know how many I watched. I've watched the first one. Stealthy. How many of the only the first one?
Only the first one. Okay, so um, what from your memory do you think of the um styling and storytelling of the first movie? Like again, if it didn't capture you the first time, I imagine it didn't pretty much leave a mark on you to watch
Uh,
a third one or
I
second one
don't
or.
know. I guess it just didn't grab my attention.
Mhm.
Um, that's not to say that if I didn't play it for the kids or play the rest of them for the kids that it wouldn't grab their attention because they like that. They like stuff like that. I don't know. I couldn't get behind the main character. It's not that he wasn't a good guy. It wasn't that there wasn't a good story. It just I didn't feel the character.
Yeah, this one might have felt more like it was acceptable and watchable for all viewers, but it definitely could have it had that feel like it was a little bit more direct toward kids though. Like it had that like appeal, a little more comedy. And of course, it was played by an iconic actor, Jack Black, somebody that grew up with Jack Black, with Tenacious D and some of his like Mars Evades Earth, the Martians. I forget the name of the movie where aliens came down to take over Earth, and he was actually one of the actors in the movie. He was like a trailer dude. Didn't know about it until many years later on. Jack Black doesn't really have that image in my mind of this always this kid friendly actor, but seeing him in this role, he really fits the role. But then seeing him in the last movie he played in, which was the Mario movies, I don't know if I could.
He definitely did good as Bowser,
Yeah,
in
like
my opinion.
I feel like Bowser was more of his character.
Oh yeah, and he did good in Jumanji too.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch him in Jumanji, so I don't have no clue. I never saw that one. So
That's not kid geared either.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not.
uh,
Battle Dance. That was one of my greatest freaking sequences.
so and this is just I can't. I'm gonna say it. This feels like it could be just another cash grab, starting off with something that is an audience that loves this movie, but really China really likes these movies, and I watch all three of them, and I can't say I hate them. Like if I would say give them a grade on a grade, they're like a high B, right? For me, like a high B. I wouldn't give it a double A or A plus. I'd say a high B. It was good enough to watch. It was something enjoyable. It had its moments, but it didn't have anything like for Shrek. There's a lot of moments in Shrek when I watch it. It's going, yeah, I get what's going on here. It was appealing to kids and adults in a lot of aspects. Well, this was just purely feel like it was made just for kids. If you're gonna be one of those people out there to share with your, bring your kids to it, hope they enjoy it, have their fun, but be sure to teach them that karate is not the end all be all. Yeah, these are mythical arts. These are not real sometimes. There's no such thing as a wushu pinch or whatever you want to call it. I forget the move that can pretty much. Yeah, it's a skadoosh move where you can grab somebody just yeah, the
Skadoosh.
pinky. That is not real. So it's funny though. It has humor, but let's check it out. Let's see if this movie can maybe
Doesn't stop the kids from trying, though. I'll tell you that.
yeah, but maybe they'll bring a little bit more of a darker theme into it. I wouldn't say darker in a bad way, just darker in more of adult.
It is time to take the next step on your journey.
I'm not going to be the dragon warrior anymore?
You will advance to spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace.
Inner peace. Inner peace.
Keep your surf off my turf!
Dinner, please. Dinner with peas in a sesame soy glaze.
Okay. So they guard out the humor that he's always thinking about food. He's a panda. He's kind of chunky. He's trying to bring inner peace to himself, but his mind gets so easy sidetracked. I've had that happen to me plenty of times. Not about food though. But like I've been thinking about something and my brain would start going off track and I realized what the heck am I thinking right now? I was thinking about this thing and now I'm on this subject. How did I get from there to here? I don't know, but let's get back on track here. And
It can become a state of mind. It's almost becomes a talent to distract yourself.
And he is definitely getting distracted because he's supposed to be thinking about inner peace so he can become the spiritual leader, which is now beyond the dragon warrior, which is not really a title as in had power, just someone's that has seeked out a different enlightenment.
This is not working at all.
And he realized it.
Tai Lung, big fan. Once I possess the
Whoa!
of every
That thing just said your soul is mine. It just sucked at his soul. Is this Mortal Kombat? What the friggity freak? Okay. Little chameleon just
master villain.
give it the kiss of life.
Oh shit! And turned into him. too.
Uh-huh.
The great dragon warrior.
He morphed into Tai Lung.
The most powerful shape-shifting sorceress, the chameleon.
How do I find the chameleon?
I'm gonna lead you right to her front.
Okay, so she is pretty much Mortal Kombat Shanglong. Or is it Shanglong? I forget the name.
She's a shape-shifting chameleon.
Yeah, that took on
Sorceress.
yeah, it took other people's power, which the other guy was a sorceress. This is Mortal Kombat. She just took dude's power, took his soul out, transformed into him, and then used his abilities. And now she's going into the warrior, which now looks like another character, a fox lady. Oh my goodness gracious! After everybody shipped Panda and Tiger Girl, now they're gonna ship Panda and little fox chick. If you ever see the rest of the movies, go check it out.
It was against an army.
Army of our own.
What is this place?
The best crooks and criminals live here.
You're a wanted criminal?
You sound surprised. Is it surprising?
Now you kids be
Wait. So everybody's just walking around and she has pictures of her literally everywhere on every nook and cranny and no one's jumping her? You know you have to be pretty badass if you're doing that in a place like that.
Yeah, either she's a badass or they just don't care. One of the two.
Yeah, it's like, look, I'm so not anonymous. No one's gonna even put a finger on me. But she seems like she's going after the real bad guy, which should probably be the sorcerer. I swear, this is like a sneak of the hand. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, actually, I'm the bad guy. Smack. I'd be surprised if they do that. Okay, so one thing that DreamWorks has always done is some great animations. We can go back here and the scenery that it's in this movie has always
What is this place?
The best crooks and criminals live
they've
here.
done a really good job of
Surprise.
artistry and kind of like while they still has that cartoonish kind of vibe going on for it, it's still a very good looking area. And it definitely keeping to that more Chinese traditional, even the boat was a little bit more Chinese traditional style. So they're definitely keeping it in that universe. So I can see why Chinese people really like this movie because it really collabs with their culture, right? And if you're a person
Yeah,
that likes,
it speaks to their heritage.
yeah, and if you have something collapse with your culture, you have more easy time relating with it. And for those like me, I do like Chinese and Japanese and Korean culture. I'm big into that. Not a huge, history buff, but I really do like it a lot. And um it just I think movies like this can allow for kids to expand their mind and think of, hey, America is not the only place there is, but also you gotta in the same light. You can't just show the good side of it. You also gotta show the bad side of it. But you're as a kid, you don't want the kids to
Right.
see that bad side of it. But a lot of people don't always see that bad side, so they don't realize how bad other countries can be. Not they are, they can be.
Is it surprising?
Now you
Law
kids be
is
careful with
everywhere, or
fireworks.
criminals are everywhere. Kind of like what someone said.
Oh shit!
Yeah, crime has no zip code, and
I think them kids need a dentist.
yeah, or at least some braces. Oh god, it has there's gonna be some kids being bullied with some. Oh, I can already see it. You're like the buddies from Kung Fu Panda.
Why should we help you?
We can take down the chameleon together. Being the dragon warrior, it's who I am. Skadoosh. What do I know about being a spiritual leader?
What is it you're holding?
A cookie?
You were chosen.
A what? A cookie. Oh. He was okay. So he asked him what was he's holding in his hand, meaning the staff, but
Yep.
it was actually the cookie. So it's
Yep.
like, what is you holding in your hand? A cookie? No, wrong thing, asshole.
You were
Yep.
chosen to become something more than you already are.
Okay. All right. So this is a little bit of a nod to the other movies. The turtle. You remember the turtle from the first movie?
Yes.
Okay. So he dies. Spoiler: it's been over 10 years. He dies, and he turns himself like he kind of like evaporates and turns himself into cherry blossom leaves and blows off. So when those cherry blossoms are moving around and went into his mouth, he's it's like, oh, and he probably ate his master a little bit there. I have a feeling that's what's gonna be the nod. Like, oh, Sensei, you coming back? Oh. I have a
How should we do this? Quick and painless? Or slow and painful?
You
Yeah.
finally met your match, chameleon.
We're not so different, you and I.
Stand back. I'm gonna kick my butt.
okay.
What the? Now that was funny. That shit was funny.
Yeah, let me just bypass the air. It goes down your body. Like you even saw it like moving down his body. Okay, yeah, that's humorous. Fart jokes are always funny. Who doesn't like a good fart joke? Oh.
Karen's.
Well, yeah. Coming soon to theaters, doesn't show a date for this one. Okay, again, artistry is good. The combat doesn't look as
Supported by Universal Studios.
okay. Well, y'all might be seeing that when next time you go to trip. Watch out, there might be some rides or at least some merchandise. Okay, so
Wait, he doesn't know about Epic?
I don't know if he knows about Epic yet.
What?
I think you've done told me about Epic. At least like the thing y'all
We'll talk later.
okay. But yeah, I have a feeling that this one might be enjoyable. I will go see this, but I will see this at home. I won't go out in theaters to go see this one. I'll stay at home
Yeah.
and wait for it to come out.
Yeah, this is an at-home type situation.
Yeah, another movie that I don't feel like you need to be immersed. You don't need a surround sound. You don't need none of that stuff. You can enjoy it with your friends and family at home with some popcorn and just a good time. This is one of those kind of movies like, hey, we got nothing to watch. Let's try out the Panda movies. You know, if you like the 1 through 3, you'll probably like this one. I do like the aesthetics. The chameleon is interesting. I do feel like at some point it become like the Goku effect, where he gets stronger, but there's a new bad guy that's stronger, and then he'll get stronger, and then there's a new bad even stronger, and it's just like
Yep.
it's a cascading thing where eventually there has to be end point, right? There has to be a stop. We can't get no stronger. You are the most powerful. Story ends. But if
Right.
it makes you millions of dollars, you can't let it end.
Absolutely.
Now I don't know about you personally, but I think it's better for the story to end. But making a lot of monies will probably be more of a factor than anybody, and it's gonna be hard to say. Yeah, let's just stop it. Stop making money off of this.
If you think about it, it's kind of hard for any story to end until someone dies.
Yeah. Of course, when the turtle died, I thought it'd be like, okay, and he became the Dragon Warrior. I'm like, all right, that has to be it. Like, he's a
But it
Dragon
wasn't
Warrior.
about the
Done.
turtle.
Well, yeah, it wasn't about the turtle. Well, you say the main character should die? Well, that would be okay. I'm ready for that. Let's go with that. Let's have the main character, the panda boy, croak, I guess. So yeah, I will see this at home. I won't go see the theaters. I will probably still watch it because I did kind of relatively like the first ones. I did say out of my favorites, I had to say the second one was my favorite. Third one wasn't very much my favorite. This first one wasn't very much my favorite. It's a hit and miss, and this one could be up there. But if you would like to see this movie, or you want to see the movie in the theaters with your friends or your family, leave your thoughts and opinions down below if you can see this movie in theaters or not. But as always, have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Much love, y'all.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.